So this afternoon, our guest is one of the most popular beat makers in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an audio engineer, music producer, and I'm talking about ace producer, one and only Ksolo!
Please make an offer.
Give them best. Okay. Welcome.
Hello, my darling.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah. No, dance. Okay, so you have to dance more first.
No, stand and dance. You cannot sit down. You will dance before you leave this place.
It's January, we have to be very serious.
Where is it written? I don't know where it's written.
We have to be very serious.
And you're the one who said in one interview that you don't follow time, like
No.
God, that, you know.
But this January, we have to be serious.
Oh, you follow this one, yeah?
Fear of God.
Welcome to the show.
How far? What's happening?
We're good. And I mean, I'm sure you were just, because you've been around for a bit, and I'm sure you were just watching all the videos and you're like, God, we've come a long way, because you were one of the guys who really put a lot of our guys on the map. I mean, Timaya, the albums that you worked on, Clever J, all these guys, your names are on their credits for their in their careers, and it's amazing what you've done. And so, what can you say about, you know, how far we've come? Night have start. What can you say? But it's really a conversation with us. We're people now. It's not nothing serious. So don't worry about taboing and all that. But yeah, see how you're lounging. Kuku lie down on the floor. But yeah, no. But what can you say about the growth of the industry, especially when you consider where we're coming from to here?
Okay, it's gone bigger, and actually I would say it's a good time now because everything is liked, it's easier. You know, for likes of her, you know, she's just a few years old in the industry, and you can see on the screen. You understand?
So you know what actually happened there?
Oh, please, can I?
I wanted to mention my real name.
I've never even
don't mind that.
said anything.
Continue.
You know, it's good. Likes of her now, she can be on the front of the screen. It's a good one. You understand? But when we started, there was no time.
Yeah.
We had to go through the, you know, what we call direct marketing for you to know us. But now it's easy. You can speak good accent and get on TV right now.
Hell, Shadow.
We speak. You won't you can't sit down here. So things are actually metamorphosed. It's better now. The internet has helped the industry grow, you know, and it's big, it's nice. But the problem is the fact that these guys do not know what is right to do. They're only wasting this avenue. You know, you hear a song today and the next day is gone, you know. No idea. Let me just give you somebody. Don't mind me if the person is watching me. He called me, he's an artist, Brahman, and you're like, bro, you know, I just signed an artist. I shot the video for him. He worked with one of the two of the best producers in Nigeria. I said, fine, okay, what's the next thing? I shot this video. He's on can I mention MTV? You know, he's on these big satellite stations and all that. And please, what do I do next? Like, please, just tell me one thing I can do. And I said, you guys you've been following this same step. It's not working. It's not like that. There's so much to do. And I told him, you know what? If you want me to tell you what to do next, pay me. Then I'll tell you what to do next. So, but you know, they always believe that's the step. Get the video, you know, plug it in big stations like this, you know, and the artist is already a star. It's much more than that.
You're thinking that you're saying that you're not milking that opportunity, or
they have access to.
What they have access
They are
to.
not. They are not, because
Can you just, I know we have to pay for it, but can you just give us one of the things that you think artists should be doing that they're not doing right now?
Okay. A lot of them feel getting this buzz, this news is one of what they need. Good is fine, but that's not what you need. Because, you know, when it gets to a particular point, you can't even hold it yourself any longer. You know, I'm Naira Marley and you're a rugged man, and you're throwing what's a toy trance at me, and it's going viral. It got so big that put me in trouble.
True.
You get? If there was no trance between rugged and Naira Marley, it wouldn't have been very big for this what they call them, for EFCC to get involved in it, you know. So there's some things we do not manage the right way. You see a young producer who's starting today is buying Instagram likes, buying followers, is buying this and buying that, and you say, you know, but you check my DM, you see many of them, no disrespect.
But it's working for them because they're in the news.
It's working for them.
Yeah, they're in the news.
Okay, they're in the news, but in the real sense of it, who are this fan base? Who are they? Are they real people? Are they not just not numbers? You get what I'm saying? So, but you see a lot of them will still come to DM, bros, please let me put up this post now, you know, And then you look at you, and I see you have 3 million followers. And by the time if you are checking your likes, you already have less than
22.
less than 2,000 for likes or something. This is why those 1 million I did there or something.
Yeah.
You know, so these are the things a lot of them are making you. Look, like what you said, is bringing them to the limelight. Now you've gone to the limelight. What makes you stand is the material. Once your materials is not standing the test, then you're wasting your time.
Okay. You started with this earlier. You started with this earlier.
1, 2, 3.
No, you said so much, and
Yeah,
like,
you
we're
said so
coming.
much.
We're coming.
Yes, as an OG in the game, you talked about how people just drop songs, and before you know, people have moved on from that song. Why do you think that's like a regular thing right now in the Nigerian music scene?
Okay, let me give you an example. Burna Boy. Burna Boy started when nobody wanted to listen to him.
Yes.
He kept on to what he was doing. Today is your caller beckon everywhere now.
Okay, should we say Burna Boy switch sounds?
He didn't switch.
Burna Boy was doing reggae.
What he still does is reggae.
He still does, but
That's
then
what
there's a
I
lot
feel.
of
bit of Afro.
There's more Afro beats in it.
Yes,
now.
but when you hear him sing, that's what they still sing. It's just like it's like an R. Kelly. When R. Kelly did the Chocolate Factory album, you know, and he still did Burn It Up.
Yeah.
You still feel it.
Right. So he still has that his reggae flavor on Afro beats.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but for the new boys right now, it's fine. I like the Zanko. I like everything that's happening right now, you know. But the problem is,
No, because
you
people
guys
say-
are the problem.
And I'm so sorry, Honeypot, because he has called us out before, and I'll come to
I'm
that.
gonna
I'm
call
ready
you out
for it.
again.
He has called us out. I'm coming for that. But before we get to that, even back then, even though we talk about how there were evergreen songs, there were still songs that people just did, like maybe a party song or a vibe song. Even the guys that we rate from way back, even the Sirs, the Shina Peters, and all these people. So, is it about, what do you think makes the song just fizzle away tomorrow? Is it the lyrical content? Is it the kind of beats that they're using? What is it that you feel makes people just move on?
Most times it's the content. Because, you know, music productions are same worldwide.
Right.
It's only your idea towards it or your creativity you're adding into it. The progressions are the same thing, the same kit, the same tones, you get what I'm saying? So it's your content that matters at the end of it. Sorry, I want to mention them again. Yesterday I was listening to a song Bisola did. Bisola from BBN, you know, and I listened to it and I was sleeping. I was like, is that Ninola's new song?
Oh, wow.
The sound, the delivery, the vibes, same. It's just too close. For me, I felt she was more better. She was more fluent than Nini. You get, but there was so much of that in it. And if you see the top and sit down and you say, hey, I didn't get the content from you, this one is my own. No.
Right.
But the point is, these things are working together. So we should take our time. Why do you think Asha will go for 6-8 months and come back? And she still sells out. And she still closed down everywhere.
Because she's not in Nigeria.
It's not because she's not in Nigeria. It's because she has chosen the kind of content she wants to sell. And the content she's selling is not a cheap content that a young boy from nowhere can just drop into it and say, please give me that kind of sound.
Okay. Honeypot, you wanted to say something?
Okay, I have like...
Don't worry. We have plenty.
I don't know whether we have like the time to take all
Yes,
of
I'm
this.
coming for you.
I mean,
I'm coming back for
so,
you.
Ksolo, I read somewhere where you said that, you know, there is a cabal in the industry. And, you know, somebody said that before. I think it was Blackface on the show who said that there was cabal. And, well, I don't know what this cabal is all about because
It's a dead cabal.
Okay.
The cabal used to exist, but it died 2018.
Okay.
It's a cabal whereby you see some set of artists. For example, I'm going to talk about radio.
I trust you.
You listen to a particular radio station. They play one same set of artists every day. And you ask them, do we only have 4 artists in Nigeria?
But those songs are popping.
It's not about being popping. The point is, there's an avenue for me to be here today. And I'm sure some other days you have some artists that are not big.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Chip into those avenues. Don't sell your birthright, you know. A lot of you guys do a lot of things outside being on TV, you know. But those ones who have nothing to do, I think it's high time you guys need to fire yourself arrows because those splash is eating on you. Because I say, okay, good, it's fine for a label to pay you, like, please, push, help me support this, you know, it's called honorarium, you know. But why would a young artist that has this talent, have you found out that artists that have talents, they don't have labels? It's the ones that are dumb that have labels. It's that they're actually doing Yahoo or whichever, you know. So, but these ones come to this station and they're like, okay, on the pot for playing my song, you know what? I want to be. How many guys do you have in the TV right now? Okay, I want to buy iPhone 11 for everybody.
Ah, where are they?
I'm saying, then you shut this station down with that song. But between me and you, behind the room, you know that song content is zero.
Right.
You know, so this is one of the problems, and that's why I'm stepping it back to you guys as the problem.
May we not be the problem?
You said you were talking about the song. You're talking about, and you were talking about. You're talking about, and the songs are popping. Yes, they are popping. Yes, they are popping. But the point is this: when you forget, there was a time you overplayed P Square. The industry messed P Square up.
Right. Yes, I remember that.
You guys didn't allow them breathe. Once a song is dropping today, tomorrow you're already calling him. Have any new song, please? We don't want to chop down or finish now.
Yes, the pressure that we put on artists.
Ksolo.
Wait, do you mind giving us some names of people in this cabal?
Why would I give names?
Wait first,
But
but wait.
I know that's the cabal that has failed. Hopefully, is Olisa. Olisa held that cabal on the island. They call them island artists, and they call we mainland artists. But you know the funny thing, from this. Where he started that stuff was when I brought Timaya in the first place. He refused to play Timaya's job. He was the first one that gave it to you. He refused it. There was only one DJ that plays on the mainland. His name is DJ Bombastic. Yeah. Bombastic alone held that song down and Alaba. And at the long run, I received the call one day, please can Timaya be on our show? We turned it down. You get what I'm saying? So they built that island thing, you know, but you know the funny thing? If you can call your island thing, this, our mainland boy, let me call for my small boy, small doctor, is messing them up. And still in the mainland. So it's enough we need to kill this cabal thing. Let's help this industry go. Gone are the days when you see OAP say, I broke this song. Now nobody's breaking any song again. They're hungry.
Right. Okay, I love what you're saying, and I'm sure there are a lot of street artists right now, or mainland artists watching right now, and they're like, oh my gosh, Ksolo, you are speaking, you are preaching. So it's great. So let's throw it back a little because
what are you talking about mainland? Didn't Tiwa Savage come do song with our mainland?
Yes.
Wait so now. Let's go on now.
So let's because we've been talking quite a lot, and let's break it down for those who are like, who is Ksolo? Maybe they born them yesterday.
They need to know. Don't worry,
they must know. So guys, let's throw it back to this Timaya song, which of course Ksolo produced. Damn Mama, check this out.
Thank you guys for staying with us. Of course, we still have Ksolo right here. Ace producer, Ksolo. I mean, you just don't call his name like that.
Yes,
Ksolo, you produced that song.
Yes.
And you said that you'd never, ever work with a Timaya again.
When did I say that?
That's when they were fighting.
So it
was everywhere. And have you changed your mind?
Was that on tape? Or
it's everywhere on the internet.
Or one of your bloggers.
It was everywhere on the internet.
Okay, one of your bloggers said so to Abi.
Your bloggers. No, anyway, what
so
she's
you never
asking
said
now
that.
is...
Okay. I didn't say it.
So would you still work with Timaya now, of course? Now that you're cool
working.
now? Yes,
Okay, so now you said that at that point that you were broke. Maybe one of the bloggers took that again. I don't know. You are rich right now.
When I was broke.
Are you rich?
That's another thing bloggers wrote too. I saw that headline, my brother.
So you were broke that time that you were making hits like...
Okay, when I was going through story.
Yes.
We're all broke now.
But you are rich right now.
I'm not rich, I'm still looking for money.
Okay, so I know that you are one person who likes to work with people because I see that you try to work with producers up and coming producers, like teach them some stuff and all that. And I know that it is one thing that at the moment maybe you are still working on. You want to touch on that?
Okay,
are people responding to that? You know how these days people think that once they produce one thing and they are out there, you are not my.
That's the problem. That's always a problem. You know, it's actually what it's like a masterclass I'm doing.
Okay.
You know, because I've a lot has gone through my tutelage from Terry G to Mastercraft. So many boys, you know. So, but I feel they are big now. Our sound is going viral, going big in the world. So, and one major issue we have is sound. Our sound, compare our sound to Ghana sound. Sound from Ghana sound cleaner and crystal more than ours. Only few of our engineers are able to get that right, you know. But these few engineers who have been able to get that right are very big, and you cannot access them easily. But these young boys that actually put out materials on a daily don't have time to go for those guys.
Yes.
Like Frostazino not takes his time to go a good mix. You know, but they don't have that time. So they want to just release this sound. And those sounds are coming out and they're moving. but with a bad quality. You know, so this is just a tip to spread around to a few of them. I know a lot of my friends don't like this. You know, they're always like, okay, it's business, you know, but the point is this. When you've gotten to a particular height in your life, I always tell people, accept defeat. Accept defeat not because you don't know what you're doing. Accept defeat to remap yourself and replan yourself and see what you can be, how better you can be, or add what you have in your head to people instead of just dying with whatever you have.
Talking about your career and what you just said. And I touched on it when I was asking you the question, how people think that, oh, you were there, you're no more popping, or they think they use the word dead for people's career, or they're not relevant any longer. So you see, we hear this every time, and perhaps maybe the media would know that we just sit back and smile and say that we know that there is time and season for everything. Like, people would always come, other people would always come. So I don't know what you have to say on this, especially when people think that,
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example with OAPs. Like, somebody's talking about tools and say tools is not popping and Moet is popping. Are you dumb?
What kind of?
Yeah, because you had an interesting analogy about you
and
and
just giving you something very typical, similar to that. You understand? I have passed a particular boundary in the industry. I am not chasing after a name. I'm not chasing after artists. The question is between me and you young boys that produce it, outside the ones that I know, one-on-one. These artists don't pay you.
Right.
They are broke. They come and say, Joe, I beg, I'll give you hype. But at the end of the day, you don't know, it doesn't put food on the table. I'm a full-blown responsible man, and I have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So I can't sit down with your bros, please come and help me. I have guys who we still do it, you get. But I don't sit down for that. I make money from commercials. I make money from, recently I had an endorsement with not a Nigerian company. It's a rum company in Colorado. But if my boys have this, they probably will blow it up to the air. I don't need it.
Yes.
You understand? That's how far I have grown myself in the industry, that, it's not as much as they want to sell these things. Once you're able to power your name and get to that point, please get money.
Okay.
Right now, for example, Olamide, at the time it was everywhere, Olamide. I can bet that he's not making money like he's making right now. He's making more now than then.
Angle for people who think
normally if your name is not everywhere, you're not making money.
Right. Okay.
Many times when we're making money, when the name was everywhere, we'll buy CDs, like Timaya CDs, and on the road, guys will say, Baba, give us money. Will you give them CD? There's no money to give.
Right.
You get? There's no money to give, but even driving here, I know how much I spent.
Okay, now. So you spoke about. So you touched on Ghana, and there's something interesting. There's an interesting conversation we've been having about it that I would like to get your thoughts on. So Fuso DG talked about it, and then Dami Crane also said it about how when you go clubbing in Ghana, for example, most of the songs being played are Nigerian songs. And that, why don't you just infuse more of our, artists into that? Why are our own DJs, as in Ghanaian DJs, are only playing Nigerian songs? What do you think about that?
Because you just said that their own, their beats are crisp. Exactly why I asked. They're mixing.
Now, let me tell you where that is coming from.
Right.
Talk about social media. Nigeria is A.
Yep.
Nigerian boys, I know my boys that actually do hypes for and run pages of top actress in Ghana from Nigeria here. So we are top. So Nigerians have a way of forcing things on you. So when you're listening to a Nigerian radio in Ghana, and you are getting requests from Nigerians on social media, please pay us this, please pay us this. And when a Ghanaian is just in the hotel smoking and drinking, so what do you expect? So that has nothing to do with either they are actually doing that because of favorism, nothing like that. But it's because Nigerians are very active.
Right.
Ghanaians are not as active as Nigerian social media.
So Ghanaian artists need to be pushing their own music.
They need to
more.
push themselves out. That's the truth.
Right. Okay.
You can see, look at this boy from Tanzania.
Diamond Platinum.
Yeah.
You see his new song.
Oh boy.
That's to tell you that Nigerian has actually they shot that arrow into their zone.
Like heavily influenced.
Sampled food.
Food normally.
And I think they're realizing that, and they're feeling the need to also collaborate with us more often. More Ghanaians are working with us, more East Africans.
Don't forget, like I said, I was talking about sound.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about music.
Right.
They have good music, they have great music. But it's sound I was talking about, that we need to improve our sound. Our quality of our sound. Because at times you hear a song and you think this song is good, then take it outside Nigeria. Davido can probably will give more reference to this. Take it out, you hear noise. You see this noise.
Wow.
You find a lot of them inside our sounds.
Wow.
But there's a way to kill them. that most guys know, most those don't know. So that's what the masterclass is all about, just to share little ideas about what I have.
Okay, let's talk about production right now. Production and royalties. We've seen producers these days. I can call Killer Tunes and North Boy having issue over
those ones, they just start.
Yeah.
They just start.
Why? We thought we are growing and producers in Nigeria should be cool and they know what to do.
They should walk up to Don Jazzy. They should walk, if it was OJB was alive, they should walk up to OJB. They should walk up to Kabasa. And any one of them can walk up to me too as well. I tell them what to do. They're just making noise. Because you see what they're doing. I feel like it's just cloud chasing. Because it doesn't make sense. You know what to do. You own a property, then somebody wants to take your property and you're making noise. You're making noise. You know what to do. What to take them to the court?
Yeah.
Right.
See the one between Danny Young and Tiwa Savage.
Yeah.
He was crashed out. You don't need to make noise.
So now, saying that you don't need to make noise, and we've always been talking about structure like forever, and it's almost like, yes, our music doing well, but we still don't have the structure.
Let's leave structure.
So, no, let's talk about...
Maybe when Buhari leaves, or maybe when we have the real person as a minister that will actually inculcate, that will see the music as will not see Nigerian artists as who you use as tools only when you want to do your campaigns, when you begin to see them that these are the people who actually sell the country in a sweeter way to the world, then you look at what we are making and how we are suffering and what needs to be done. Look at the time when we had Goodluck Jonathan. There was a particular amount of money that was released through Ben Bruce. Which one did we get? Please, you see, don't go there. If you start this one today, I'm sure your producer probably will give us till 3 o'clock.
So the structure is not even just within...
We don't have a structure.
Even government.
We don't have a structure at all. So, but the only thing you can do for yourself is what we do for ourselves. Local government chairman, like you are. You fetch water for your house. You are the one who actually got the security for your house. You are the one who fixed lights for your house. So just be that for yourself.
Wow.
Guide against your intellectual property yourself. Nobody's ready to fight for you. When you have a problem, go look for a lawyer.
So if you have said that we are already doing that for ourselves, is there no way that individually, collectively, among the artists, among the producers, among
we used to have Ksolo. We used to have Ksolo. They had decided having problems.
Yes.
This one, Bison. This one, I said it used to because they're having problems. You know,
they've scattered it.
With Efe is having a problem with Tony Okoroji. You know, they're having issues that Tony Okoroji took this amount of money that belongs to some artists. You know, these things are. And personally, we want them to take this thing to AFCC to get into it. I'm sure they're coming for them soon. So because we know some money that has been taken off everybody's head. But let's leave that aside. The point is this: producer, if you want to know you're right, don't go on Twitter rants. Do what is needful. Wizkid will pay you by the time they fry him. See, there's some things that has nothing to do with I know you, I don't know you. Once it's your right, you get it.
Ksolo, if I hear say you no come back, if I see, there are things I want to ask you that time is up,
no
so
time.
let me just behave.
Please, I want to say the last thing I want to say.
Is this not the last thing? The one about producers?
Please, you guys need to help the industry, please. This 2020, break people, break artists, break new brands. Let's make the industry sweet like it used to be. The industry is not sweet again. We're just saying the same thing all over and over. Please, let's look for a way to assist new acts. They are terrible beings, though. You understand? That makes us Nigerians, you know. But the point is this: make sure the industry is sweet 2020. And for labels fighting artists, please bring a new one. Forget Kiss Daniel. You know.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ksolo.
Thank you.
Nice.
Shade much.
All right.
Shade much. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I take a selfie?
Yes, you can. You can.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. After breaking so many tables.
We have to go. Thank you very much, Ksolo, for coming through. Always great having Ksolo in the building. Words of wisdom from the OG. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not OG, please.
Okay.
What are you?
OG that is still running things.
Maybe
right
you
now.
called me that I just got into. No, you are the OG. You said as I just got into this industry. It's fine. You are the OG.
We have to go.
Throwback Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, is done and dusted. We'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow. OJ signing out on a pod.
I thought OG
and of
signing
course,
out.
Poladele. And of course, Ksolo.
The OG
See you guys tomorrow.
Let's take our selfie.
Selfie time!
But how I go pass when I not fit rest?